All right, so last week you guys did a Desmos activity that was about limits, and this probably ties into that, but these are some notes on calculating the limits from a graph. And so we're just going to answer these questions. So the first part is the limit as x approaches 3, and remember that negative sign means from the left. Oops. Okay, so positive 3 is 1, 2, 3. It's right there. So when I approach it from the left side, I am at positive 2. And the limit is allowed to exist even if there's an open circle. Okay, so the limit is all about what is your graph approaching, not always like what it equals. Okay, then your limit from the right side is going to be the next part. And when I go limit from the right side, as I approach positive 3, I'm at negative 2. Okay, if those don't match, then your limit does not exist. And then f of 3 is the closed circle at 3. So that is positive 1. Okay, so all of those are allowed to be different. Your limit could not exist, but f of 3 can. So that's just a little example of why that works. Okay, next up is as we approach the limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left side. So negative 2 is here. So when I'm approaching it from the left side, I am at positive 2. When I'm approaching it from the right side, I'm also at positive 2. So that means the limit as x approaches negative 2 in general is 2. And then f of negative 2 is also 2. And that's just the point on the graph. All right, next up, the limit as x approaches 1 from the left side. That is coming from there. So I'm at 1, 2, 3. The limit as x approaches 1 from the right, we are coming up from this way, and I'm at 2. So they don't match. So that means your limit does not exist, and f of 1 is 2. Okay, maybe try to pause the screen and do this one yourself, but the limit as x approaches 0 from the left comes from there, so that is negative 3. The limit as x approaches 0 from the right is coming from the right side, and that is also negative 3, so that means your limit is negative 3. And f of 0 is just the point where x equals 0, and that is also negative 3. Okay. All right, next up, as x approaches 0 from the left, we are at positive 3. As x approaches 0 from the right, we're at negative 2. So the limit does not exist. And at f of 0, we are at positive 3. Okay, next, last one, the limit as x approaches 2 from the left. So we're at 2, which is here. Okay, so 2 from the left is right there, and we're approaching positive 1. 2 from the right, we are also approaching positive 1. So that means the limit is positive 1. But it's an open circle, so that's not what f of 2 is. F of 2 is actually that closed circle point, which is positive 3. Okay, so again, your graph is allowed to approach a different value than what the limit is. Okay, so hopefully that helps you a little bit with the ALEKS assignment. Next up, you'll see limits algebraically.